Hi. Wearing a Princess Leia hat. I'm going to. Alright. I'm going to read the next story in Hyperbole and a half because I like it. The Simple Dog. Oh, but this is by Allie Broche, by the way. She is fantastic. I've read an article that her essay on depression, which I'll get to in here, is actually one of the, how did they describe it? Just one of the best ways to describe what depression feels like and coming out of it. So I can't wait to get there. Anyway, we're not there yet. We are at The Simple Dog. The Simple Dog. Okay. A lingering fear of mine was confirmed last night. My dog might be slightly retarded. I've wondered about her intelligence ever since I adopted her and subsequently discovered that she was unable to figure out how stairs worked. I blamed her ineptitude on the fact that she'd spent most of her life confined to a small kennel because her previous owners couldn't control her. I figured maybe she just hadn't been exposed to stairs yet. Accepting the noble responsibility of educating this poor, underprivileged creature, I spent hours tenderly guiding her up and down the staircase, placing biscuits on each step to lure her and celebrating any signs of progress. When she still couldn't successfully navigate the stairs at the end of her first week with me, I blamed it on her extreme lack of motor control. This dog is uncoordinated in a way that would suggest her canine lineage is tainted with traces of a species with a different number of legs. Like maybe a starfish or a snake. The next clue came when I started to try to train her. I thought, how difficult can training a dog be? It seems easy enough. I was wrong. Not only is training my dog outlandishly difficult, it is also heartbreaking. She wants so badly to please me. Every fiber of her being quivers with the desire to do a good job. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. There she is saying, "Can be good dog, yes? Once." What once? What want? She tries really hard. Sit. 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 Oh my God, I don't know if I can keep doing this. That's about as far as it goes. Before I'd end up licking just like this. But when turning her head at an extreme angle fails to produce a life-altering epiphany, she usually just short circuits and rolls onto her back. Over the past 2 months, she has made some progress, but it's still been painfully slow and is easily forgotten. Still, I was living under the assumption that maybe my dog had just had a hidden capacity for intelligence, that all I had to do was work hard enough and maybe she'd wake up one day and be smart and capable like a normal dog. But one night, I was sitting on my couch, mindlessly surfing the internet, when I looked up and noticed my dog licking the floor. Just licking and licking. At first, I thought maybe I'd spilled something there. But her licking did not appear to be localized to one spot. Rather, she was walking around the room, licking seemingly at random. She lay down on her side and kept licking out the side of her mouth while she's staring directly at me. That's my impression. I need more coffee to make these faces. Right. At that moment, I realized that I needed to know for sure whether my dog was retarded or not. I Googled how to tell if your dog is retarded. Cancel. Information form. How can you tell if dog is in pain? Here's a summary from Stop. Google. Google. Okay, well, apparently I cannot use the G word or my phone halfway across my house will hear and tell me how to tell if a dog is in pain. Moving on, she G-worded how to tell if your dog is retarded. And after a bit of research, I found a dog IQ test that looked fairly legitimate. It involved testing your dog's ability to solve a few basic problems. Probably not human problems, because that would be mean. A few basic problems, like figuring out how to get out from underneath a blanket. I gathered the necessary supplies and began testing. The first test asked me to call my dog using a variety of words that were not her name to gauge whether or not she could tell the difference. I called out, refrigerator, and was pleased to see that my dog did not respond. She also failed to respond to movie, dishwasher, and banana. I was beginning to feel very proud of her. I feel like I'm at a weird angle. There we go. That's much, much better. Now you can see the full length of my hat. Anyway, I was beginning to feel very proud of her. Then came the crucial step. I called her name. Nothing. I called it a few more times to be sure. Still nothing. The words hung like a neon sign broadcasting my dog's failure. It's okay, I thought. She'll do better on the next one. The second test. I had to put a blanket over my dog and time her to see how long it took her to escape. I threw the blanket over her and started my stopwatch. She made some cursory attempts at freeing herself, but as the seconds ticked by, it became clear that she was not going to pass. Still, I gave her the benefit of the doubt and assumed that she had just enjoyed being under there and could get out if she wanted to. I added a couple extra points to her tally for faith's sake. After flagrantly failing 3 more tests, she came down to the final trial. If she could score 5 out of 5 possible points on this section of the test, she could bump herself out of the bottom category into below average. First, I had to make her sit, which was a test in and of itself. Then I was supposed to show her a biscuit, let her sniff it. Then, after making sure she was watching, place the biscuit on the ground and put a plastic cup over it. If she knocked over the cup to get the biscuit within a certain amount of time, she passed the test. I put the biscuit under the cup and started the timer. My dog ran over to the cup and sniffed it. She walked around it once and then looked up at me like I was some sort of wizard. I pointed to the cup. I knew it was cheating, but I wanted to help my dog pass the test. It's right there, you dumb dog. She didn't understand, but she knew she was supposed to do something, so she just started frantically doing things, because maybe, just maybe, one of those would be the right thing, and the magical wizard cup would let her know where her treat went. And she said, oh. That's my dog impression. You're welcome. Oh, God, I have to do more dog impressions. Doing things. Stretching. Running. Flopped on the floor. Instead of your go-to. After 5 minutes of watching my dog aimlessly tear around the house, I finally accepted that she was not going to pass any part of the test. And yes, she was most likely mentally challenged. But damn it, I was not going to let my poor retarded dog feel like she failed. Look. Good job. You found it. Yay, that's the end of that one. Bye, guys.